Welcome to episode 303 of Flights.
Football.
Anything else?
I'm Dave.
And I'm Mike. How you doing, Dave?
Better than most, not as good as some. How are you?
Great.
Yeah?
Couldn't be better. Here we are, episode 303.
I was going to bring a little gift for you for this weekend. Suntan lotion.
Oh, okay.
For Saturday's football game.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 88. Fortunately, we play at 10:30, so we should we should get out of the max of it.
Yeah.
And there's only one game before us, so typically we don't get too far behind, if at all.
Yeah.
So
I was hoping to get a rant out of you, if you played at 3 or 4 and you just were like,
that still could be my fuck you, so.
Okay.
But no, and that's why I didn't get too excited when, like, before we went to Germany, we had the beautiful 60s weather and whatnot, because I'm like, it's going to get hot. And then I got my grass cut, so I got the 3 bins and 2 bags, and my lawn looks like it hasn't been cut in 3 months. But I think I'm going to wait it out this weekend because I don't want to brown it out, even though I think it gets cool enough and there's enough moisture. I think we're at past the brown it out stage.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we have to be. I mean, even if, so mine is going to be another 5-hour ordeal.
Yeah. That's same here.
Yeah.
And then, you said we had one of these, right?
Yeah. You asked me last week, does the Big Ten have 2 divisions anymore? And I said, well, I don't know, because I didn't know. And now I do. No, they don't. But they went to something called the Flex Protect 18. XV111 is 18, yeah?
XV's 15, 11 is 17. If there's 3 ones,
3 ones.
Yeah, 18. Then.
So, yeah, Flex Protect 18 score or scheduling system or something along those lines. The big thing was to make sure that all the teams in the Big Ten play each other at least twice, assuming home and away in a 5-year period.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
hopefully that's what it is.
And then either Jake or Larry sent in or text me with a corrections corner, but I'm at the age now where if I don't write it down immediately, I fucking forget. So
okay.
So
that's all right, Mike.
I'm sure we made a lot of mistakes last week.
We'll forgive you.
Let's just take for granted that we made a lot of mistakes last week, and we'll move on.
Hey, one more thing.
Yes.
So Ray Pearsall, want to give a shout out to Ray.
Hey, Ray.
So
show them. Tell them who we are. Well, we're big rock singers. We got golden fingers, and we loved everywhere we go. That's right. We sing about beauty, and we sing about truth at $10,000 a show. Right. We take all kind of pills to give us all kind of thrills, but the thrill we never know is the thrill that'll get you when you get your picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone.
Nice.
And Ray Pearsall, that segued into the little Dr. Hook. Anyway, shout out to Ray Pearsall. And why?
Because last Friday at work, he worked a full day. He was there at 6 or 6:30. He gets there in the morning. Worked all the way cleanup after the home varsity football game. He showed me how many steps he had on his phone that day. Guess how many?
39,018.
60,700.
Call him bullshit.
97.
Call him bullshit.
60,000. I don't.
Throw the challenge flag.
And the way I tell you what, if you come into that building and you watch him scurry around, and he does that from the time he gets there to there were 2 people that called out of work that day, so he had to get 2 of the sections in the building clean.
Yes.
Before he went out to the football game. 2 other sections clean.
All right.
So
maybe he didn't. He's he should run a marathon. So shout out to Ray. Welcome aboard, Eric. How's the picture looking? We did not hook up the cable today, but we do have the new laptop. How's the picture going? And speaking of Eric, both Eric and Nate, longtime loyal listeners, viewers, looks like the Tweaks Corner shirt Dave's got underneath. Both asked. Nate's on vacation this week, said, hey, the big dog could make an appearance. Eric said, hey, I'm available tonight. I want them both on, but my OCD, I want to make sure we're dialed in what we're doing. Cause like, where would we sit? Like, okay, I guess we could put a third right here.
Yeah.
Where does the fourth sit?
The camera would go back and we'd fit everybody around.
And then the early issues we've had. Now that I think we've gradually gotten better, although Nick Connors, who thanks for the watches, Nick, he said he watched like 3 of our videos on last Sunday. He said the camera was shitty though. And then he claimed, well, I didn't say that, Ted. And I'm like, well, you said we need a better camera. So I took that as meaning it was shitty. So anyway, but hey, thanks for the subscribing and watching. We love you, Nick, but fuck you. And
yeah.
So I do want them back on. They bring a lot of energy, entertainment, and they will be on.
Yeah.
I just got to get past this OCD of like worrying. And then on Spotify, you and I would do a podcast. Obviously, nobody was listening while we were recording because it wasn't live.
On Spotify.
On Spotify. So I didn't care that there was nobody. Now my ego, like when we do an hour and a half live streams, and Eric is the only viewer.
Yeah.
It's emasculating. And then I take it personal. I get mad. Not that we don't appreciate Eric's viewership, but I would like to see, instead of 1, I would like to see 1 million and 1.
Right.
Which should probably be in the next 3 or 4 weeks, I think.
Yeah, right. Well, like when you were, when you were kind of ending your workout before, and I suggested we start the show, like post workout with shirts off.
Yeah, that's why I wore my
sun's out, guns out,
my strong and pretty shirt. Fuck, I'm drawing a blank at the power lifter whose shirt this is, and it's purposely a medium.
Okay,
makes it look better.
Absolutely,
it really pops on camera. I bet. Anyway, let's get to the crux of the matter, Dave.
Let's do it.
First and third tastings, courtesy of loyal listener Josh Windy. He must have been in New York. Brought us back a couple from Prison City Brewing in Auburn, New York.
Don't drop the soap.
Exactly. First one is Riot in Vermont, a Vermont-style IPA from the aforementioned Prison City Brewing in Auburn, New York. It's a microbrewery, 7.2 NA IBUs. So thank you very much, Josh. And I'd like to thank my wife for booking our our Germany trip, and going early to Oktoberfest because it was much cheaper than a little later on.
Yeah.
And not only that, we if you follow on Facebook, I don't know what day it shut down, but the Munich Oktoberfest was closed until Wednesday because of a bomb threat.
Oh,
so that would have sucked. I mean, not that we had plenty of alcohol to drink, but I mean, the reason we went there was for Oktoberfest and for it to,
sure.
Ooh.
Right. I can smell it from here.
And it's that early on in the early on in the pod, we referred to it as that butt smell.
Little dankness.
Yes. So, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that.
Don't get too into smelling the butt. But I mean,
lucky the camera's only from the waist up.
But you can, I don't even know if you can see
that's good.
All the haze and the stuff hanging in there, the flavor.
And apparently the New England hazy originated in Vermont, according to Untapped, and that's why this is considered a Vermont style IPA.
Yeah, that's got That's got the soapy and
Yes.
the danky butt smell.
Yes, it's delicious.
But it's amazing how it doesn't taste. You would think you're like, oh God, you're gritting your teeth, bringing that up to your lips, but then hey, this is all right.
Are we talking about drinking beer or doing something else?
You had to hit that time.
All right, Dave. What have you been watching?
Mm,
As I shuffle my notes around. Unless you got something else before we get
no. All right. So I don't know if this is a show you should be watching or not. You can give me your opinion because you and Liz also saw it, but Black Rabbit. I go back and forth with this thing.
This is my. Are you guys finished with it?
Yeah.
Because this is our only watch of the week.
Oh, okay. So I won't.
No, we're done.
Oh, you're done.
Yeah, we're done
Okay.
too.
Okay.
And for those listening, I won't give clear-cut spoilers, but Dave and I are gonna discuss it a little bit. It's 8 episodes. It's about 8 hours. I mean, because they're either like an hour and 4 or 48 to 52. So you have to have an 8-hour investment.
Right.
Jason Bateman is phenomenal.
In anything.
Yes.
Just about. Yeah.
Jude Law, I recognize the name, but I would have never known that was him until I saw it was Jude Law in it. So I don't know where I know Jude Law from. And then I go into his IMDb and I don't recognize any of the movies. So I don't know where I'm familiar with the name Jude Law, but I've heard the name Jude Law.
And he's been in several things. He's been in some movies as supporting actor that have, done some Academy Award or just done really well at the box office. So that's why you've heard of Jude Law. Now, going on to they're both, I think in the beginning, there was a couple episodes in the beginning. Jude Law is British. And there were a couple times his accent slipped. Swear to God. In the first couple episodes.
I'm not saying they didn't. I didn't catch it.
Because he was trying to do the New York accent.
Right.
They grew up in New York. And besides that, I thought the story was good. Kind of a drama, crime, thriller.
Correct.
Okay. However, is it okay if I keep going with my analysis or you want to jump in?
No, because I wonder if we're gonna be on the same exact page of this because
there were episodes, there were periods of time where that story was going so fucking slow. It was just like, come on, get to where you want to go with this thing.
See, I disagree. I thought it was so fast moving. See,
really,
this was one of a lot of shows. I'll be watching the show and then I'm like on my phone watching the show. And this Black Rabbit,
kept you in it. Okay,
phone was aside because it was like this fucking shit's happening.
Okay,
and
I guess that was my point. Is when something happened, it was like wham, bam, bam, and then it was like all hell broke loose, and you got to pay attention because shit was going to happen.
I didn't get the slowdown part. I thought they kept it moving, but the one thing I am going to be honest with, without giving out a full-fledged spoiler to our listeners, it is worth a watch. And it's on Netflix, and I think I'm too liberal with the I love this at the end of the series, but I did give it the I love this.
Yeah.
But I will say this.
Yeah.
I did not like the ending. You don't work that hard and end it that way. That you just don't. I did not like the ending of the show.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind it because, and this is not a spoiler. I don't know how two people can make that many bad decisions.
Oh, well, especially Jason Bateman's character, every fucking decision, and then he fucking would blame everybody else. I mean, he'd be like, "Oh, you're not going to help me on this now." It's like,
so when they tell you why that maybe is the case, are you kind of like, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Which there was some nice foreshadowing an episode or two before that I was kind of like, well, that might come into play.
And that's the tricky thing about this, because like you're watching it, especially with the deaf guy, who would just sign shit,
right?
And you're wondering like, Well, how is he connected? And they eventually bring you up to speed as to why he's part of
Yeah.
the brothers' lives. But
Using the flashback uh, formatting of how to tell the story.
the salty scenes, number one is like, and this isn't really a spoiler, folks, because they actually start episode one at the end, like all shows do now. Why is the restaurant holding all the jewelry
It was a showcase of the jewelry, so it's
at a restaurant?
well, the rabbit's a club. It's more of a club slash trendy New York hotspot.
All right.
I mean, you know what I mean?
I,
Because that artist, the douchebag artist guy,
yeah.
was hanging out there,
Yeah.
and I think the part owner was a musician, singer,
Yes.
rapper
Yes.
dude. So I
Yes.
mean, I think that's the way that restaurant slash because they had the VIP upstairs thing. So anyway, I think he was just showing off his because the rabbit had some clout. It had it had a reputation, and so whoever made the jewelry thought it would be a good like
Okay.
kickoff kind of a place to say, hey, look at my stuff.
All right. And the other thing that really bothered me, and it was really kind of pointless, it was either episode one or I think it was episode one. And this is a spoiler, but it has nothing to do with the show, so it doesn't ruin it for you. Is like, do you think it's that easy in broad daylight to floor your car in reverse and run a guy over and then put it in drive and run him over again and then just leave the scene and there's nobody gives a flying fuck about anything? It's like, come on.
Yeah.
This is a little, I mean, at least put it in a dark, desolate area where maybe you could get away with it. This was outside of a
Like in a
casino.
mall parking lot or
It
something.
was outside of
Yeah.
a
Oh, yeah.
casino in broad daylight. It's like, for fuck's sakes, man. I mean, there's no real.
Right.
I'm not saying you can't get away with crime, but it's like,
Yeah,
come on.
I had that thought as well. Yeah,
All right.
for sure.
But anyway, other than that, I really enjoyed it.
I never once thought about, well, I'm not going to watch this
Right.
again. It's a really good show, and you should be watching it.
Now,
Yes.
quick question here.
Yeah.
Is this one of those, let's say it's not, instead of Jason Bateman, it's Jim Skazgooski.
Okay.
Instead of Jude Law, it's Ray Flatula. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do you think those two no names could carry this script? Because Bateman actually makes this show.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Two no names. It's a good enough story. It won't get with two no names. It won't get the acclaim it would get with Bateman and Law. I mean, no, they make it. I mean, whoever did the casting picked the right people
right.
for sure.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I don't think you could do it with I don't I don't even think like Ryan Reynolds, I don't think would have
I think Ryan Reynolds could have done Jude Law's part.
maybe. Yeah. Oh, I was thinking Ryan Reynolds more of Jason Bateman's part, but no, he might have been able to do Jude Law's for sure. Yeah.
Anyway, that's all we watch. What else you got?
HBO Max, Task. That's that Mark Ruffalo. He's a senior FBI agent. He gets a task force together to another crime thriller. Good story. We're not all the way through it yet. There's some subplots and stuff like that that make it pretty interesting. It is a good show though. It is snowballing to getting more exciting and exciting, like you said. There are no parts where you're kind of like, oh, I could go up and get a snack right now, or anything to that degree. But my question, based on all these crime thrillers and whodunits and murder mystery kind of things, at some point, if they do enough crime stories and someone were to be putting this into like AI or chat GPT, and you put in enough stories and enough scenarios and enough conclusions and and figure out who did it, that could AI just eventually you would just put all the in a real crime, put in all the information, all the data, everything that happens, timelines, everything like that, and chat goes, this person did it, go get them.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure
Do you think at some point
Oh,
really
absolutely.
AI is just going to figure out crimes? And yeah,
Yes.
all right, just have the paddy
But
wagon
I don't
driving
like I don't like AI. I'm not. I don't. I'm not a. I'm a believer in it because I know it's out there and it works, but I just don't
Yeah.
like the way, which leads into what we've been listening to. Until you,
Yeah, I'm good. We can get into the whole AI and the Matrix and all that other stuff later.
well, because the only reason I bring up AI is my something new
Yeah.
was Unbreakable. Machine 6, released September 30th, 2025. 15 songs, 47 minutes. I think it's decent. Personally, I think it sounds a lot like Nickelback. It's that type of music. But this is like their third album in 18 months.
Oh,
So that's, like I said, you almost wonder if this is just like, hey, sing a song about
yeah.
breaking up, sing
Right.
a song about the,
Maybe.
and the,
Maybe.
because how do you, no bands turn out music.
I mean, I've done it. I've done and
Right.
and like I said, I did something for the 4th of July for our family. I made my sister cry, and all I did was put in, all the things and the people that get together and the things we do, and it made a song. The music, the lyrics, the whole thing, and it's yeah. They have to be doing it. At least some bands,
Yeah.
some creators.
Right.
Yeah,
Which, and see, to me, that's ruining shit.
kind of.
I mean, if you come out and say, hey, I cheated, I mean, it's kind of like the steroids of the music business.
Yeah.
AI is the steroids of the music business.
Sure.
You heard it here first, folks. I'm calling my shot. AI is the steroids of the music business.
I'll write that down in just a minute. All right. My something new.
Yeah. What is it, Dave?
So I tried the best I could. And I know Yoda would say there is no try, do or do not, but I made an effort, and Dexter and the Moonrocks, new rock band, semi new,
Never heard of them.
couple of years old.
I'm not saying they're not new. I've never.
Well, I listened to them, and it's like hair band, but more ballady. So what could I compare them to, like in the 80s or 90s? That was
Knocking?
like, okay, maybe they're not as, they don't have as hard of an edge as Dokken, but hair band
Night
and
Ranger?
yeah, there you go. More Night Ranger-ish, but a couple songs and they were like, and I'm like, nope. So then I kept scrolling, new rock and roll bands. 9 Inch Nails. So then I kind of got excited.
Nope.
So they did the soundtrack to the new movie Tron Ares.
That's supposed to be a big deal. They're advertising the shit out of that on TV.
Yeah. But
am I going to go see that? Absolutely not.
So I got 2 songs into that, and the first couple songs,
Nate would sit on their lap.
as alive as you need me to be, and then that's like Head Like a Hole.
Yes.
The old Head Like a Hole. Yep. Or Hand That Feeds. Is that the name of the song? Hand That Feeds. And then the rest of the album was kind of more like they just did the instrumentals for some of the scenes and stuff. So I was like, that sucks.
Yeah, because that's my piss break at a concert when a guy's doing a drum solo, I go piss.
Yeah. So a lot of it was, like I said, instrumentals for. There were a couple others that had some lyrics, but I think it had to do with a scene in the movie or something, because it was faint and it wasn't like a real song. So after I said strike 2, strike 3, and the song was good, the actual song they made that I just mentioned, but I was like, I'm not going to look for a third one. I'm not going to go strike 3, you're out kind of a thing. So
Right.
So there were a couple of good songs I found, but it wasn't one artist, and the whole in the album thing was no.
Right.
It's kind of a fail.
But yeah, that's the challenge of doing albums on something old, something new, because I'll get to my something old in a second. But Nate said that he was going to sit on my lap. The only thing, Nate, if we do that, one of us has to drink left-handed. Because if you're on my lap and we're both going right-handed, that's gonna create a mess, and we don't want to make a mess of the dashboard. So, like, we'll just flip a coin, and one of us has to drink left-handed, the other drinks right-handed.
Right.
Then it'll work out. I think we can do it.
Right.
So,
yeah. Eric, nothing wrong with instrumentals. Relax. I'm just like, if you listen to it, it was very techno because of the movie.
Yes.
And so maybe that's what threw me off was I just didn't want to listen to, techno and almost like sound effects. You know what I mean? Like, so no, it's there's, you know, there's rock and roll group, there's band instrumentals, and then there's whatever this was.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, my something old, courtesy of the aforementioned Eric Wally of Tweaks Corner. I sent him a text. I said, hey, give me a number, say 21 to 48 or whatever it was. And then I'll go to my top 100 rock albums of all time. And then I went to 48, didn't recognize the band. I said, well, don't pick 48 though. And then he gave me a number. I went to it and I'm like, yeah. It was the Ramones.
Oh.
The self-titled debut album, Ramones.
Yeah.
Released on April 25th, 1976. 14 songs, 29 minutes. Blitzkrieg Bop is probably the one song you're familiar with.
Yeah.
And the best part about this album,
what?
It was 29 minutes. Because I mean it's definitely punk.
Yeah.
And I powered through it.
Yeah.
I listened to all the songs. Blitzkrieg Bop is actually clearly the best song on the album, but
I mean, there's a few Ramones things, and maybe the ones I'm thinking of were in a later album. But
yeah,
and when they got a little more contemporary and wanted to make money. I don't know.
Right. But their first album, I don't know why it was rated, because I think number did you Nate doesn't drink there we go. We're all set then. You can sit on my face then, I guess.
Jesus.
So but yeah, so it's interesting to listen to that different type of music. 'Cause I would never listen to a Ramones album, but Eric picked the number.
Yeah.
I listened to the album.
Maybe you guys can do like a little ventriloquist thing, and like
that'll work. That'll work.
Right?
Sure. I'm in.
You're in for anything. All right. My old. I just did a flip and landed on Zach Brown. So something in my playlist. Pretty chill.
I never saw you as Mr. Country.
I do. All genres. Depends on my mood and what I want to.
That's the one genre I typically stay away from.
If I'm and what's the and Zach Brown and like Jimmy Buffett and
Jimmy Buffett's not country.
No, neither is Zach Brown. Technically, it's some other. I don't know. Eric, Nate, help us out. Whatever Zach Brown, and there's another band. Come on. That was right around Zach Brown. That was
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Similar. Hootie and the Blowfish is that go between rock and easy rock or something along those lines. In any event, so that was my something old.
Right.
Yes, sir.
This one we don't have the non-wrestling audience is going to really love this episode because ding ding, let's go inside the ropes. Do you have any questions, Dave?
I do.
All right, because
Cena, how many left until Saturday night's main event on December 13th?
He's only got like 7 appearances left.
Okay.
And so he probably
does that
has
include
3 matches. It's not 7 matches. He has, I think, 7 appearances.
Okay.
And
yeah. Nate, you're not wrong.
So yes, I really don't know how they're going to exit stage left with Cena.
Might be Rascal Flatts, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, why does a rematch with Brock, why is that in order after he just got fucking obliterated by him? And then at Crown Jewel, who was he fighting at Crown Jewel?
I forgot.
Oh, I think it's AJ Styles, which makes no sense other than, hey, we've been in the business a long time. Let's wrestle.
Yeah.
Everybody shits on the Cena heel turn. I think they should have just kept that cocksucker heel the whole way. And Nate probably is going to drop offline here. But I fucking hate AJ Lee. I fucking can't stand her. As a wrestling character, folks, I don't hate anybody. I'm a fun-loving person. I love everybody.
Yeah.
As a wrestling character, I fucking hate AJ Lee.
Why? What?
The way she prances in the ring and she, stupid fucking look on her face. And I didn't watch wrestling 10 years ago.
Right.
And I fucking hate her. I just hate her guts.
Right.
And Becky Lynch should smash her fucking face in a wrestling sense, folks. I'm not promoting violence. I'm talking wrestling. But
Right.
yeah, I just do not like the character at all. And does WWE have the balls to turn Jay Uso heel? Fuck, I think they'll burn the seats, but they'll still yeet all over themselves. But I think that's the way they're leaning because I love the WWE. I trust in Triple H, Paul Levesque. It's getting
So that was one of my
a little
questions.
stale. Stale's probably a bit harsh.
Okay.
But anyway,
So-
what was your other question?
So Roman helps out, or he's going to help the He helped the Usos beat Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, right? Or did I get them flipped?
And are you talking the last Monday Night Raw?
Yeah.
Because I still haven't seen that
Fuck,
yet.
sorry.
So that's good. So he helps the Usos, and this is okay. That makes more sense because Jay's not going to like that, and they're turning Jay heel.
All right. So my bad for giving you the spoiler, but
Well, that's fine because I'm a little behind in my wrestling because I'm kind of like suffering from a little wrestling burnout, I think.
okay. Well, do you want me to go through my questions because some of them have to do with some of them have to do with Raw on Monday,
Yeah,
and
that's fine.
okay. Why does it seem like the masked wrestlers only wrestle the masked wrestlers except for Dirty Dom?
Okay, that's an easy question because that's the work. Dirty Dom considers himself the best luchador
Right.
of all time.
Okay.
Luchadors typically wear masks.
Okay.
And then now El Grande Americano, there's three of them. One of them is Ludwig Kaiser.
Right.
And the other two, I can't figure out who they are yet. Now I'm going to fast forward, change subjects. I think the way they got to work this out is a Cena Lesnar rematch before Cena's done, and then comes the return of Gunther. Gunther will beat Lesnar and become a face because he's been a heel. Because Gunther's been away for a while.
Right.
So I think Gunther comes in to kind of save Cena.
Okay.
And then Cena will put Gunther over for saving his ass against Brock Lesnar.
Okay. All right. So I
All right.
Yeah, well, you can
Because
wear
of racism. I'm not. Why is that racism? I just don't like her.
you can wear your mommy shirt and he can wear his AJ Lee shirt next time.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that I do not like how they're mixing Rhea Ripley, the best in the business. I don't want to call Io Sky a mid card.
But they're kind of buddies.
Yeah, and then that Asuka, I love the return of Asuka. Now they just turned her into a psychopath.
Well, she just spat on somebody on Monday.
Oh, again?
Yes.
I've never seen so much spew that she got on Rhea because now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You were talking last week, and I just thought she shot mist in her face, but no, she's
a freaking Smurf.
Yeah,
she turned blue.
That was weird. So.
Yeah. And then did you ever find out why Rhea lost? Was there anything about why she lost so much weight? You said she was losing weight, and was she just trying to look a little meaner, leaner and meaner?
Must be. I still think they're trying to have a baby, so she got off the gear.
Okay.
I can't substantiate that in any way, shape, or form. That's just me talking.
Yeah. So anyway, in Crown Jewel, Rhea will be going home, so that'll be a good homecoming.
Rhea's from
Australia.
Adelaide, Australia. Right. Crown Jewel's in Saudi Arabia.
I thought Crown Jewel was in Perth.
No, the Crown Jewel is in Saudi Arabia.
This upcoming one? Yeah. I just read it was in Perth.
Unless they're doing a Crown Jewel somewhere else, but the Crown Jewel is always in.
Yeah.
Nate, help me out. Nate, Eric, Crown Jewel is always in
Abu Dhabi.
Saudi,
Abu Dhabi. Yeah. I don't.
Unless they moved it to Perth.
When I was doing my research, I saw.
Why would they do? Why would they do Crown? Because Crown Jewel, the Saudi Arabia is the money. So
Yeah. I don't know. So I read it wrong because I tell you what, that website. Then
Eric's bound to determine that Cena's finals match against The Rock. He is. The Rock has lost too much weight, and The Rock is. He's mad that they didn't use his idea because it was his idea that they shit all over on Cody turning, and Cody wouldn't turn. So, fuck the final boss. All right. You ready to rate this?
I am.
All right. I go first at the North Studio. I'm starting it off hot. 4.00 is everything an IPA should be. We can show the camera too. You had it written down. So we both go 4.00. All right. Our friends at Untapped, all 6.8 thousand of them, rate along with us on the same page. Slightly better, 4.13. But Dave,
yes,
unlike just a broadcast, the show must go on.
Yes, it must.
And while I'm getting the beer,
The Maple Grill is an amazing farm-to-table counter service restaurant and microbrewery offering a rotating selection of the freshest local items available and cooked over an open kitchen's wood-fire grill. The Maple Grill not only offers the greatest of local fare, but wood-fired craft beers and seltzers as well. But wait, before you get into the car, go to their website, look at the menu, see what's on tapped. Go to themaplegrill.net. That's spelled GRILLE.net. Check out the menu, like I said, see what's on tap before you get there. And then you got to get yourself to 13105 Gratiot Road in Hemlock. And when you get there,
tell them Mike and Dave sent you.
Exactly.
All right, tasting number 2.
Still finishing this one.
Head coach of the Swan Valley 8th grade football team, Ryan Truckle.
Mm-hmm.
You might be interested in this one. He's kind of a this time of year. He's a pumpkin.
I've been craving this stuff lately.
Beer flavor type guy. No. So maybe we'll steer him away from something or push him towards something. We have Night Owl, a pumpkin ale from Elysian Brewing Company, a macro brewery in Seattle, Washington. 6.7 ABV, 0 IBUs.
I may not,
or NA.
I may not know my music genres, but I know where Crown Jewel is. And
is it in Perth? So, all right, so.
Anyway,
but Crown Jewel is typically in.
Yes, agreed.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
All right.
And I wouldn't have, because you said you're a little behind right now, and that's fine.
Well, just Monday Night Raw.
Well, maybe just, they may have done a promo or something like that on Monday Night Raw and let everybody know it was in Perth. But anyway, Perth is still, I don't know, something like 1,200 miles away from Adelaide. What's her hometown? How do you know her hometown? You stalking her?
They announced it.
Oh, all right.
In this corner from Adelaide, South Australia, Rhea Bloody Ripley.
Nice. So, all right. I'm telling you what.
That's pumpkin ale all the way. Brian, I think you'll like this on the notes. I don't know how it tastes yet.
Even with the weather not being fall-like, maybe it's the evenings, I don't know what, but I've been craving the pumpkin spiced and or stouts.
Oh, all right. I've been craving something else, but we're not to the third segment yet, so cheers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I might just smell this segment because this is delicious on the nose.
This is so good. Where did I have? I was trying to think. This last weekend, I had a great pumpkin ale.
That's good. Easy drinking too.
I went to Griffin Claw. Yep, got her right here. Oh, that's not in the. pull it back there. I went to visit my sister, and we had dinner at Griffin Claw in uh, Birmingham.
Okay.
Yeah, and that I had their was it pumpkin smasher? I can't remember that either, Nate. God dang it, what's going on with me? In any event, uh, it was same thing. Just I could have smelled. I just could have taken in the notes all night long.
I'm still
And
pissed that fucking Crown Jewel's not in Saudi Arabia. That's bullshit. Anyway, go ahead.
and then we went to Michigan Beer Growler Company. So if you're down in the Royal Oak, Beverly Hills, Birmingham, that area, go to the Michigan Beer Growler Company. Chris, the owner, he's got I believe it's 28 taps. Nice place to hang out, get a beer.
All right.
That's a little free plug.
All right. Let's start with the MLB.
Yeah, that's your department.
First time ever, 3 deciding game 3s in the same day, because the Dodgers beat the Reds 8-4 last night to take that 2-0.
So I fell asleep when the Dodgers were down, and I woke up to, and the Reds moved to within 4. So, what?
Yeah. I didn't watch. The only thing I've seen of that series was Ohtani's leadoff homer in the bottom of the first of game 1 to give the Dodgers a 1-0 lead, and I said, series over. The Mets probably would have given the Dodgers a better series, but the Mets pissed down their leg and didn't make it, so fuck them.
Yep.
Tigers, largest blown lead ever, 15.5 games, but survive in advance. They won 6-3 today, beat the Guardians 2-1. Move on to Seattle. More on that in a second. Chicago, San Diego is probably getting ready to wrap up right now. And the Red Sox, Yanks just started. We have Lefty Early. The Lefty Early. I can't even think of his first fucking name, but his last name is Early. I think we're going to run out of arms against the Yankees. I shit on the Red Sox a good portion of the season, especially like up until like early June when I thought, but last night was a perfect example. All right. Red Sox win game 1 on arguably one of the best pitching performances you'll ever see, with Garrett Crochet throwing 117 pitches, his last of which was a strikeout at 100.2 miles per hour, which was his fastest pitch 117. Man's man, give me the fucking ball. I'm going on the mound. My game. He told Cora before the game, you got one move to make. Me to AC. AC loaded the bases in the 9th. Promptly got 3 outs. Red Sox win the first game. Second game, Brian Bayo didn't have his good stuff. Struggled down the end of the season. But here's the problem. When you're up 1-0, you have a little wiggle room. What does Cora do? He fucking pulls Bayo in the second inning. So now everybody is pitching earlier than they should be. Garrett Whitlock is forced to throw a second inning. First inning, lights out. Pitches 1 through, let's say, 24. Second inning, pitches 25 through 36 are good. Pitches 37 through 47. He's tiring because he's only pitched 1 inning. He used to be a starter, but not this year. He's a reliever who pitches 1 inning. But because you fucking yanked your dick and got Bayo out of there earlier, everybody had to come in earlier. And it's the same thing Tiger fans were bitching about at AJ Hinch in game 2 of the Guardian series. Cora did the same thing in game 2 of the Red Sox series. All right, it is what it is. They're playing right now. The game should be on that TV right there behind Dave, but I wouldn't even be paying attention. I would just be like,
Yeah.
oh shit, fuck. So I just left it off. The stream is 7:30 to 9-ish.
Yeah, you're lucky my phone's over there.
Yes, 7:30 to 9-ish. So I'll get to the Red Sox. Hopefully it's a game and I can watch it afterwards. But anyway, so let the players play, especially when you win if the Red Sox would have lost game 1, then you fucking yank Bayo as soon as you can because there is no tomorrow. The Red Sox had it tomorrow. Fucking plan this shit out.
Right. So they had some pitching today.
And last night, the fucking here. That right there is to analytics. Fuck the analytics of baseball. It's managed with your fucking gut. First and second, nobody out or one. I must have been nobody out. And Cedar Rafaela, who's had 5 or 6 walk-off hits. Obviously, you can't walk it off on the road in the 7th inning. But Mr. Clutch.
Yeah.
Kid can't bunt. He can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
First pitch, horrible attempt, foul ball, bunt. Second pitch, ball. Third pitch, horrible attempt, pop up to the pitcher, bunt. Fuck the analytics. First and second, let your clutch players swing the fucking bat.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what the percentages are. It would be like you putting me into a basketball game, say, hey, Mike, you got to drive the lane and fucking dunk it and draw the foul. I'd say, Coach Dawson, I can't even get the net. How am I supposed to dunk? It's just, it shouldn't be this difficult for major league people to say, look, why ask the fucking guy to bunt if he can't bunt? I mean, it's stupid.
Because we're paying you to bunt.
It's absolutely ridiculous. He can't bunt. Why fucking give up an out with one of your most clutch hitters? Anyway, tonight, hey, they win and go to Toronto, which leads me to my big beef. Why is it bracketized? Why isn't it seeded? Because the Tigers should be going to Toronto. And the winner of the Yankees-Red Sox should be going to Seattle because Toronto's the 1, Detroit's the 6. But number 6, Detroit, is going to number 2, Seattle.
Right. I was a little confused on that myself.
Because it's brackets.
And
I like the seeding.
And it's been that way. How long has it been brackets? A couple of years, right?
Yeah, the 2 or 3 years that they've had this playoff format.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I have to like it.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah.
Anyway. That's all I got.
You're saying more like a NCAA seeding where you have 1 versus 16.
Right.
Yeah. So. I got you. All right. Is that it for baseball?
Yes.
All right. Ryder Cup. God, what a beatdown on Friday and Saturday.
They made a push. They pushed on Sunday.
Shit.
They pushed on Sunday.
Could you imagine though if they would have gotten all those points down the stretch and done that and beat them by a half a point? Now here's the other thing. What did you think about the envelope rule? Do you know what that is?
No.
So, and again, now,
to be honest, I didn't see one shot because I will admit I'm a fair weather fan, and listeners know that Masters final day, U.S. Open final day, the Open final day, Ryder Cup, I do follow because those are major events.
Right.
When I saw that after Friday, Europe was like 9,666 to a half, I'm like, fuck it.
Right. That's pretty much the kind of the attitude I had. And I was mowing the lawn on Saturday. And by the time I came in, I'm like, whoa. You mean you're saying there's a chance? So Victor Hovland from Europe, something happened in his neck, right? He had an injury. So they had to take him out, an actual legitimate apparent injury. So the rule in place is that if you're taking that person out, and I'm not exactly sure why they call it the envelope, but the coaches come with an envelope that have a player that's going to be removed. And what they do is that match, a half a point goes to each team. Done. So Europe went up another half a point. So on Sunday, the announcers and even a couple of the players that had finished are like, we got to win this, because if this goes to a draw and we win by half, that's not going to be cool. That's not going to go over very well, because we got that half a point from Victor's injury. So in that sense, they're really glad that they came out and they won, by, I don't know, they won by 2 points or 3 points or something like that.
I think it was
2
like
points,
15 and a half to
15 to
13
13 or something like that. Yeah. But my God. So, hey, to give everybody hope in the next 2 years, the last time the U.S. won in Europe is when? What year? Take a stab. You're not going to know because you're not a golf guy.
96.
Holy shit, that was close. 1993. That's the last time the U.S. has won in Europe.
So when is the next Ryder Cup?
2 years. Not next year, the year after.
So 27.
Correct.
Right.
NASCAR.
Yep.
Hollywood Casino 400, Kansas Motor Speedway. You had Tyler Reddick. I had Joey Logano. You did a little better than I did because Joey Logano crapped himself and he got 21st.
Yep.
And got me a 9th place in the pool. What'd you end up? Middle of the pack, 5th?
I picked 5th.
Yep. So then playoff picture. Right now, Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney are in. Yep. They're just in. They can drive. They can do whatever.
Yep. They won a race.
So the rest of them have to try to not go DNF pretty much. Or, the next couple down have to not go DNF. Bank of America Roval 400, Charlotte Motors Road Course.
Yep. Inside Charlotte Motor Speed.
Yep. 2.25 mile road course. And the guys that are on this after this race, they are only keeping 8 for the playoffs.
Yes.
So Logano is number 8, and Ross the Boss, the number 1 car, is number 9. And depending on how all those guys finish, but you've got Willie Byron.
Yep. The 24 car.
Yes, sir. And I've got Christopher Bell, the number 20 car. So we'll see what happens. I need to get in the money, so I would rather not pay the 3 figures this year.
I did last year. This year I'm on house.
You're good. You're on house money. You're doing pretty well. So my goal is to get at least one or two more races in the money, and then I think I'll be below the 3 figure for this racing season.
All right.
Yeah.
NFL.
And college. You want to go through college?
Go through college.
All right.
I didn't see any because the Canes were off, I
think they were.
They play Florida State this weekend.
Yeah. So did you see what they were ranked because they were off?
Miami's 2, right?
3.
Oh, they dropped a spot, eh?
Yeah.
Who dropped them?
All right. So they thought that Oregon's drubbing of Penn State was.
Well, it wasn't a drubbing. They went to overtime because that was the targeting rule that you sent me.
If it wasn't
overtime.
Yeah. No, it was Oregon. Okay. So anyway, because Oregon beat a number 6, they liked Oregon's win so much that because Miami was idle, they leapfrogged them. Now, I don't know if I agree with that or not. If a team is a number 2 team in the country and they don't play.
Right. Yeah. That's why the polls are meaningless.
Okay. So number 6, Oregon beat Penn State in overtime, like you said. Now, James Franklin from Penn State, get this stat. You think his job might be on the line at some point? I don't know. He keeps getting ranked in the top 10, but he's 1-18 in Big Ten regular season games against top 10 opponents. He cannot win the big game.
When this game ended, Fish texted me and he said, I can count on one hand using no fingers the amount of big games James Franklin has won.
Right.
But yet he's always got his, they're always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Never the bride.
But it was funny because he said, I can count on one hand using no fingers the amount of big games James Franklin has won.
So in episode 302, I said I was looking at the spreads and the games, and I said, I'm feeling this is an upset weekend.
All right.
So you had number 6 Oregon beat number 3 Penn State. You had number 17 Alabama beat number 5 Georgia.
Roll Tide.
You had number 13 Ole Miss, who's the quarterback? Ferris State's quarterback that transferred out from Ferris State after they won the Natty.
I was going to say Jackson Dart, but he's actually the quarterback.
His name
of
is
the New York Giants.
His name is Trinidad Chambliss.
All right. Jackson Dart's an NFL quarterback that went to Mississippi State or Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, yeah. But Trinidad Chambliss, who was with Ferris when they won the Natty last year, he threw for 385 yards.
Solid game
to beat the number 4 LSU Tigers, and then number 23 Illinois beat number 21 USC.
After Illinois just got fucking obliterated by Indiana.
Yeah. So this week you got 16 Vanderbilt against number 10 Alabama. The reason I mentioned
Vanderbilt is number 16.
Vanderbilt is number 16. Now, but do you think after that win,
listeners, sing along with me. Overrated.
Do you think Alabama, though, is going to have a letdown playing a number 16 Vanderbilt
Alabama got shit on, dropped way down the pole, so now they're on a mission.
All right. Why is number 5 Oklahoma playing Kent State this late, week 6 in the schedule? Does that usually happen?
Not typically this late, no, but
that was weird. Number 3 Miami versus number 18 Florida State. That's the game to watch.
Florida State has shit at themselves regularly in big games lately, but I'm a Miami fan, so go ahead and bet Florida State in that one.
So you got number 20 U of M at home versus Wisconsin, and MSU goes to Nebraska. I think the MSU game is kind of a 50-50 coin flip as long as everybody's healthy for the Spartans, and U of M should take care of business versus Wisconsin, especially since they're in the big house.
Are you going to that game, Nate, with your father-in-law and Kurt Ferentz, however you pronounce it? I think he's actually the longest tenured coach in college football. But Nate usually goes to home games with his father-in-law.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if he's going to the Wisconsin game or not.
Yeah. But that's it for NCAA football.
Time for the NFL?
Time for the NFL.
What stood out for you in week 4, Dave?
Week 4 NFL. The Chiefs finally found how. I mean, I know they got a receiver back, but they finally found out how to play football again. The other thing, I'm kind of scratching my notes. Oh, Aaron Rodgers lit it up. That was kind of fun to see, especially in Ireland, right?
Ireland, first ever game in Ireland.
Yep. The Steelers beat the
Vikings. And the Vikings stay in the United Kingdom because they play Cleveland in London this week.
England.
It is the United Kingdom, right?
Yes.
Ireland is part of the United Kingdom.
Yes. What else stood out?
Far, far away from Perth, Australia, and Saudi Arabia.
Very.
So,
I don't know. The Lions look like it. I mean, it cannot. The intensity. This is gonna. It's history repeating itself. The Lions with the intensity that they play at. I don't know if that can be sustained.
I don't know why not.
Without injury and without.
Like I've been calling my shot. Let's go back to the major leagues. I'm calling my shot. Milwaukee still won't make the World Series in the National League. And I'm calling my shot right here in week 5. I don't know where the game will be because I don't know who's going to have the better record.
Right.
But your NFC championship game is the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. Okay.
Right.
Like I said, I don't know where.
Right.
Because like right now it would be in Philadelphia, but maybe Philadelphia has a hiccup along the way.
Yeah.
But the NFC championship is Philadelphia, Detroit. Winner to the Super Bowl. I don't know where the game's being played.
Yeah.
So yes, I think they can sustain that intensity. My big takeaway from week 4, 2 huge receivers, fucking Malik Neighbors, a little bit of a turf action, ripped his knee up, and then
Tyreek Hill is done.
His leg got
gnarled.
Yeah, just destroyed.
Yeah.
So
too bad for them.
And for those keeping track at home, I do have them on my fantasy team.
But Miami actually looked pretty good, even after he went off the field.
That was against the Jets. Come on, let's pump the brakes a little bit here, Dave.
All right. All right.
Speaking of
Pumping brakes.
week 5, we have the Vikings and Browns 9:30. I love me some morning football. I really should move to Vegas during the NFL season
Yeah.
because all games, 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 11, 10 a.m. You're watching football in Vegas
Having a coffee instead of a beer
or at a casino with a beer.
in a sports book with a beer. Yeah.
Like the man once said, you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. So
this is true.
But so love me some morning football. And then I think the game of the week this week is the Broncos at Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia exposes them. I don't think Bo Nix is quite ready yet. And I think the Eagles are just that good. The Broncos defense is why they're only 3.5.
Okay.
And they're 2-2. They've had a couple of bad or heartbreaking losses. So
So wait a minute. Who's that? Is that Nate? He's a bum. Beats SVSU by 30, but when it comes to play the big boys, craps the bed. Are you talking about Trinidad?
no, I think he's talking about Franklin.
Oh yeah. SVSU. All right. Well, Frank, I don't think Penn State played. Yeah. Okay, I get it.
Hyperbole, Dave. Hyperbole.
I get it.
All right. Picks for this week.
What about
by the way,
last week?
let's go week 4.
Yeah.
Bears scored a touchdown to take a lead, and I text both my boys. I said, book it. Raiders drive down, walk it off with a game-winning field goal. 10, 12, 14 seconds left. Raiders march down, line up for a 54-yard field goal. 54-yard field goal in today's NFL is a fucking chip shot. Yep, just like I thought, and they fucking blocked it. I was fucking stunned. I'm like, holy shit, the fucking Bears won a game.
That was the other thing that happened this last weekend. How many how many field goals were blocked?
A number of them, and I think the reason for that is because the kickers have such big legs.
It's got to go lower.
Yes, you got to get her low to get her long.
Yeah.
That's what Liz always tells me. So, but
you're going to pay for that one.
That's why
you're going to pay so much for that one.
That's why there's so many blocks.
Okay.
And the other reason you might say, well, what about all the punt blocks? That has nothing to do with anything. You know what it is? The minimal practice in the minimal preseason. It was, I think Steve Young said on one of maybe Rich Eisen's podcast, Steve Young says September games 1 through 4 are actually regular season exhibition games because teams don't have time to practice.
Right.
So,
or unless like you're the Browns, where this Sunday it'll be their 5th offensive line rotation that they've worked in, because they just had can't remember who got traded to the Browns, tackle. So they've had 5 different offensive lines in the 5 weeks that they've played.
All right. But they got another quarterback too, though.
And they got another quarterback.
All right. Last week, our picks.
Yeah.
You were 0-2. I was 1-1.
So what are we right now?
Yeah, we're a scintillating me at 1-7, and you're a game ahead of me at 2-6. So we're fucking lighting the world on fire, Dave. But I got a couple of winners. I got a couple games I'm feeling pretty confident in.
All right. So you're going first this week, though, right?
Yep.
Okay.
My first game, they should have won. I know should-haves and could-haves are would-have. The if is the biggest 2-letter word in the English language. Jonathan Taylor's 65-yard touchdown. If that was holding, I want holding to be called every single fucking play in the NFL. And boy, you talk about some boring football games. If holding, that was not fucking holding. The defender slipped and the receiver was kind of on top of him. Yes, you're right. I do have Jonathan Taylor on 2 big money fantasy football leagues, but Taylor scores that 65-yard touchdown. The Colts probably win the game against the Rams. They didn't, but they're at home against the Las Vegas Raiders, laying 6.5. I like the Colts to win like 30-21. Colts -6.5.
All right, I've got to go with that Vikings. Even though, well, you know what, the Vikings have acclimated themselves. Not only are the Browns coming there with a new quarterback and a new tackle and a different offensive, well, a slightly different offensive line set. I was telling Mike this stat. I don't think I said it here. They put something out there. The Browns since 1999 are leading the league with 41 QBs since 1999. I think the next team is like 38. The league average since 1999 is 20.
Yep.
So the Browns are going over there, and what is it? This was yesterday's. I think it was 3.5. The Vikings are just getting 3.5.
Giving 3.
Giving, well, yeah, that's what I meant. So I'm going with the Vikings.
All right. And my second pick, they score points even without CeeDee Lamb. Jets are 0-4. Give me the Cowboys minus 2.5 in New York. I'll take the Cowboys.
Yep. And I don't know. I shouldn't. So the Broncos beat Cincy by 25 last week.
With Jake Browning as quarterback,
I mean, what are the Lions going to do to him? And I know the Lions are, minus 10 in the hook, but
I mean, well, the difference is Cincinnati was in Denver. I think this game is.
It's at Cincy. I know it. So
I'm not trying to talk you out of it.
I know you're not. I know you're not. I'm just going through it, and even you said you said the Eagles are going to expose the Broncos. I had that on here. I'll go with the Eagles, 3.5.
Right.
Hopefully, we go 2-2 or 2-0 and 2-0.
All right. Well, let's rate Night Owl, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my rating written down already, too, by the way.
I got to take one more pull. Hmm. 3.95.
Well, we're on the same page tonight, fella. I went 3.92. Only reason I didn't give it a go of back-to-back 4 was because I think the nutmeg gets a little sweet at the end of the 12-ounce bottle. But otherwise, I thought it was excellent beer.
Yep, same page.
For the season. 4th of July, I don't know if I'm enjoying this beer as much.
No, this is yeah.
So
it gets a little colder. Maybe it's a 4.2. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Not the 88 degrees that is supposed to be here in October.
Elysian Brewing Company, a macro brewery in Seattle, Washington, must spread its wings a little bit. 118,000 check-ins. In the area of us, not quite as much. Didn't quite like it as much as we did, 3.81.
But I tell you what everybody will like.
What's that, Dave?
The Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill. The Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill is a family-friendly sports bar with delicious drink and food menu to please everyone. Looking for some fun on a weekday night? Grand Central is the place to be on Trivia Mondays, Comedy Tuesdays, and currently Wild Wing Wednesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, Fish Day Fridays, Sassy Saturdays, and Sunday Fun Days with drink specials every day. Grand Central is located at 3504 State Street in Saginaw, and you can check out their menu on their Facebook page, the Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill. It's always a good time at Saginaw's hometown sports bar, the Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill. And when you get there,
tell them Mike and Dave sent you. And this is where Nate puts, and you'll pay double. But he said the Lions won by 33 this
that's
week.
why
At home, I wouldn't argue with him. I don't think Cincinnati's going to get beat that poorly.
At home. I agree. But
And what Cincinnati should do, because Baltimore, I don't care what Pittsburgh's record is. Pittsburgh blows dick. I Cleveland, Baltimore, I think is vastly overrated. And now Lamar Jackson, they're talking.
yeah,
Baltimore is only giving Houston 1.5, or might even be a slight underdog.
I stayed away from that. Do you know
That
if
Vegas is betting money that Jackson's not playing, because there's no way that spread would be what it is if
right, okay,
Jackson's playing.
right,
So Vegas is like, Jackson's not playing this game.
right.
And their defense, you want to talk injuries, their defense has had injury upon injury, and that's why they blew the lead to Buffalo. That's why they blew the game to Detroit. Their defense can't stop anybody. Jackson is hurt.
You saw the article
And
that
the
said,
the other final penultimate whammy is, I have Derrick Henry on a fantasy football team. So there you go.
but you saw the articles that said how much in like cap money or like contract money they have on the injured list.
Yes.
Yeah, 140 million or plus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So anyway, what the Bengals should do, the Bengals should reach out to the Falcons and sign them some Kirk Cousins. Not sign him, trade for him.
Trade for him.
Because Jake Brownie isn't going to get it done.
No.
And
There you go. Yeah, and Kirk, he can get paid another year or two, right?
Yes. But what do I know? I'm just a fantasy football GM that rarely wins shit. Eric says, fuck the Lions. Amen, Eric. All right, our third tasting, as mentioned, another donation by Josh Wendy. Citra Oasis, a hazy Deepa from Prison City Brewing in Auburn, New York. By the way, little discrepancy here. When you look this up on Untapped, it says it's 6.9% ABV. But right there on the can, with my glasses, I clearly see that's 8%.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
and we always go can over.
Yeah. I'm working in the craft beer industry. I used to know like 0.5%, and now I'm up to probably about 15%. But the Untapped thing is, anybody could go in if they have an account, and put in a beer. Let's say you can't find it. Well, I'm just gonna put in a beer into Untapped and then rate it.
Right.
So I don't know what the company does in terms of going through, kind of like in your pictures. There's a lot of apps, and even like with your iPhone, you can go through, and there's a certain part of the iPhone photo app where if you have doubles and stuff like that, it'll take it and it'll sync them to save. I don't know if Untapped does the same thing. If there's like 90,000 ratings on this beer because people couldn't find it, if they synced them or got rid of it or whatever. So a lot of times, if you don't see the label, the picture of the label, the company didn't put it on there. Somebody else did, for starters. And then for a business to get an Untapped account that they can put their own beers on there, it's like, I think it's a minimum of $1,000 a year.
Right.
So there's some small microbreweries that are like, we're not doing that. So we'd rather spend $1,000 and make more beer.
Well, I'm still going with an 8%er.
That and the fact that a lot of brewers, especially the micro brewers, those that are less than say 10,000 barrels a year, will, they might have a batch and the gravity ends up where it ends up, and they put it on the label and it doesn't match up with what's in Untapped. Now you get a Founders or something like these guys, and they'll make sure that the ABV ends up what it's supposed to, because they're putting out X number of cases or barrels or whatever it is.
Cleaner butt on the note.
Cheers. Tenacity Brewing. Where's that one again?
I think Flint.
Oh yeah, smoother for sure.
Oh yeah.
That's right there though.
Yeah, I like that better than the first one.
And I don't know the process of it, but at the end of the boil, when the dry hopping and they put some, I don't know how it happens, but there's a way to get it so that you get a lot of pop on the aromas, or if you don't necessarily want to do that, or because you got to spend the money
Right.
to put the hops or whatever you're going to do to put on top after the boil's done its thing to kind of the oils don't get burned off, they stay in it, and that's what you smell. So maybe depending on how much they're making, they won't put that in there or spend the money to do it, because like the first one, the aroma, I could have smelled it from here.
Yeah.
But this one, you gotta, oh, there it is, but and it's still not as dank. It's good though, it tastes about the same.
I think I like the taste better.
It's close. Yeah.
Yep.
Very close. All right.
Player,
Third segment.
player pass.
Let's play or pass. I've got 3.
All right.
Ready?
Yep.
This is a great place to set up. How many rounds did you bring?
All right, let's play. Because I have no clue.
Hikers in Yosemite National Park had their hike interrupted when they heard gunshots and bullets flying overhead. They ran scrambling for cover, and some started calling 911. Sheriff officers and park rangers quickly arrived on the scene and found a group that had set up a skeet shooting range in the park near the trail.
Damn it.
They were promptly arrested.
I was going to say, is that legal?
No, that's not legal. They were promptly arrested for endangerment and gross negligence with a firearm.
All right,
So
that makes sense.
so this was a main trail. They set up their, they got their clays and their throwers and everything like that, and they set up shop and just start wailing away. And all the hikers start scrambling for the rocks and the bushes. Which reminded me, when I told this story once before on the pod, I was golf coach at Swan Valley. And right after the Lefevres put the driving range access on the back side of the Crooked Creek driving range,
Yep.
you could drive across the bridge, cross Crooked Creek, and go in the backside and hit golf balls. I had kids come back to me during practice. So-and-so got shot. I'm like, okay. No, they didn't. Like, no, really, we got shot. And I could see the smirk on their face. And then one of the kids came back across the bridge to go, no, look at his shirt. And there was a BB size burn hole in his shirt. And I'm like, what's going on? And like, I don't know. It just starts raining down these little BBs, and they're hot as fuck. And so anyway, I was like, all right, well, I'll make a phone call. I figured the only place it could come from is the Saginaw Gun Club is next door. I'm like, all right, is everybody okay? Yeah, we're fine. It's fine, whatever. But one of the kids had called home to a parent, and the parent got to the police quicker than I could. So we had to go over, and they had set up a clay station where the sporting clays were shot up in the air, and they were following them like this while they were shooting. And all the shot was they were going over the trees and down onto anybody on the driving range. Needless to say, the police put a stop to that one. But anyway, next one, player pass. What's the odor rating on that one? What's the odor rating on that one?
I like me some good stink stories. So let's hear it.
There's a push to having an odor rating for ride-hailing car drivers. So many of them, like Uber and Lyft, and so many of them, particularly in small towns and smaller countries, end up spending days in their cars to get enough fares to pay the bills. So questions. Have you ever gotten in a smelly Uber or a Lyft anywhere?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Do you
So
remember where?
the odor rating is on the driver.
It's on the car and the driver.
Yeah.
Like, does the car stink?
Yes, that's a valid.
There should be like if you have this
Yeah.
driver and there's an odor rating of 200, you're like, cancel.
Right. I agree with that. That's solid.
Yeah.
That's a solid addition to the
But
end.
when you think about it, some people, if that is their sole income and they're spending days in the car just
I'd
driving
rather not. I would rather.
and they're all hopped up on whatever.
Outside of stench, I'd rather not them spend that many days in the car because I'd like to get to my destination safely.
Right.
You know,
Sure.
so
Absolutely. That
Dexter didn't spend that much time in his car in Dexter Resurrection. He barely drove any people, but yet he still had his car.
all right.
Anyway,
So, all right. I'm predicting you're going to play all three. Ready?
that's right. Didn't Nate says wash your ass, people?
Ready?
Yes.
All right. Third one. Player pass. Whoa. That's a fat one.
Yeah. Let's play. What the hell?
All right. Chunk. This bear weighs over 1,200 pounds with a broken but healing jaw. He's the 2025 Fat Bear Week champion. So before they go into hibernation, there's a contest in Alaska, and people vote for their biggest, fattest bears. It's the first time that number 32, or as he's aptly named Chunk, has been dubbed the fattest bear at the Katmi KATMI KATMAI National Park and Preserve in Alaska. He earned 96,000 votes. He's a big boy, 1,200 pounds.
And I just can't wait to PETA steps in for the humiliation this bear must go through.
He's going to need counseling.
No, it's not fair. It's not right. He must be protected.
Right.
He's fat shamed.
Yeah. He is.
Not a player pass,
but he'll be healthy when he comes out of hibernation.
That video you sent me, and I didn't comment on it because I wanted to comment on here. And a fat bear segues to the
Okavango Delta.
Now, obviously, the Okavango Delta is probably a huge area,
massive.
Like, do you think you were?
You
in
can
that
see it
area?
from space. What's that?
Do you think you were in that area where that elephant went wild and fucking
so
trampled people? That's why you don't fucking get that close to that big of an animal in the wild, because you get what you get and you get what you deserve. Fuck you.
All right. So, not trying to flex, but this is a story as long as you're bringing it up. So, it was in Namibia. So, that was kind of the northern part of the Delta. And so, we were very close to that. We were right on the border. And our guide told us, because he saw some people in those boats, he says, never get in those things. Never, ever, 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 ever do that. So the article I sent Mike was, and you can look it up. Some people were in these little, the locals carve canoes out of the mapami trees, and you know the super skinny long ones that you've seen on the shows and the documentaries. And they go on these little tours. Well, they got too close to a mother elephant and her calf, and the mother elephant didn't like it. Crazy. Never heard of that before. And went, and it shows a video of this elephant basically trampling, one or two of the canoes.
And somehow there were no injuries.
How that happened, I don't know.
Baffling.
The thing, I would be less worried about the elephant
and the alligators
and the crocodiles that are somewhere in there. Yeah. So, yeah, and even the locals that fish and stuff in those things, he said they don't know, but sometimes they'll just go right over top of a hippo. And when you hear about hippos killing people, you know what I mean? Hippos underwater, they spend time underwater and maybe with their young or whatever, and they have a canoe go over top of them, they get pissed off and they kill somebody. So anyway, that being said, my uncle right now is in Africa, and he just sent me a picture of a herd of elephants, and he said they were feet from our tents this morning, but now they're 100 yards away, and da-da-da. And I wanted so badly to hey, bro, listen, a couple of people just got schmucked pretty hard. Like that's cute and everything, but In any event, if your guides are smart, and usually if you're in your tent, they don't bother you. But like you said, when we were there, my brother-in-law went crazy on a couple of people because they got out of their car with a huge bull elephant eating on a tree, snap, 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 just like those stupid ass people in Yosemite or whatever that go right up to a bison, right? And then they get trampled, and people wonder, oh, that's terrible.
Yep.
It's like you went up to like a 800-pound animal.
My 2 takes on that.
Yeah.
The people that do that, it is what it is. You reap what you sow.
Yeah.
And my second take,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if that elephant becomes extinct, means nothing to me. So if it endangering too many human lives, fucking kill them all.
Oh, what?
Well, because if that elephant isn't that elephant not existing has no bearing on my life. But yet there'll be people that will defend that elephant. Well, blah, blah, blah. So
Yeah.
I say fuck you to both sides. It's like you want to get that close to a big fucking elephant and he tramples you, you're a fucking idiot. And you get what you get.
Fair enough.
Secondly, is like fuck that elephant. Why should that elephant be allowed to kill a person? And if somebody kills the elephant and the elephant becomes extinct, I don't give a fuck about that either.
Right. Okay.
So I'm just fuck everything.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we'll put those, it's like, well, like I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, we had the next one to die. And either Nate left the stream or well by he was quoting Tombstone. Not sure which. But with the guy from the Netflix series worked with the lions and the tiger attacked him and killed him. Well, that's what you chose for a living, bro.
Right.
I mean, I don't know what to, just like the person that climbs a skyscraper with no fucking protection falls to his death. Well, it was kind of a hazard of the job, wasn't it, buddy?
Yeah. My only splitting hairs on that is if you're going to go into their place, if you're going to go to their place.
Right. And I knew that's where you were going.
Yeah. If let's say a bear starts getting into everybody's garbage and then starts doing some shit and hurt somebody because that bear has gone is in our neighborhood. No, that bear has to be euthanized and bye-bye.
All right.
Yeah.
And I see where you're going with that.
But if I take a canoe and I
don't subscribe to that.
Yeah.
I say I'm going to Darwinism there. It's like, all right, I've got something that will drop your fucking big ass in a second, even if it's a fucking military grade tank and blow you to smithereens. Fuck you. So letting these elephants run wild just to protect them and kill people. I get I'm going off the rails here a little bit.
Yeah.
I could care less about either of them. Because like you said, if you're going into their area, you get what you get. But I could care less about an elephant getting killed for the tusk because I don't give a fuck if that elephant is extinct or not.
Gotcha.
I know our ratings on YouTube just went down with PETA. I could care less if elephants are extinct. It makes no difference in my life whatsoever if I ever see an elephant in my life again because I don't care.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah, I like them.
Oh, there you go. Just don't fuck with them.
Just don't fuck with them. All right.
When one tramples you, I'll do this pod alone and I'll say, well, Dave liked them.
All right. Ready?
Chuck said it was a softball. What was it last week? It goes to 11. This is Spinal Tap. Didn't see the movie. Chuck, it was a softball to him because he knew what he was.
All right.
Let's get on the winning track, Mike. Let's go. Let's go.
I think you might.
Let's go.
I think you might. So now I don't know what happened, but I did put in the Facebook direct message to Alex Lasher, who was our Paddles for Pints guide in Traverse City. I said, hey, give me a number. Never heard back from him. So
he's probably nervous watching the Red Sox.
About 2 hours ago, I said, well, I didn't get the person I wanted to. So I looked at my wife and I said, give me a number. So she gave me a number 27. Now, currently, you are 22-15.
That's not bad. 27 might have been the number of the Ramones song. I'm going to have to look that up.
59.5%.
I'll take it.
All right.
Number 27.
Number
Top 100
27.
movies.
Right?
Yep.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Here's Johnny.
Oh, fuck. Next.
No, come on. Give it a second.
Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
There you go. What year?
All right, it's 2025 right now. 50 years ago would be 1975. 1979?
Very close. 1980.
Ah! What do you mean very close? I almost fucking hit that cock.
Well, that's very close.
Yes. All right.
And you know what? That movie, everybody knows that movie. How many how many nominations for Academy Awards did that movie get?
And I see, just like before you get to that, I see the scene. He's smashing it with the axe, smashing it with the axe, smashing it with the axe, and he finally gets he puts his head in. Here's Johnny.
Right.
All right, so let's say best actor, best supporting actor. We have Olive Oil and Jack Nicholson. I can't think of her Olive Oil.
Yeah,
She
I know
played
who.
Olive
Yep,
Oil
yep,
in
yep.
Popeye. Best picture, best soundtrack. Let's go 4.
4?
Yes.
0.
No shit.
Nothing. Nada. Completely shut out of the 53rd Academy Awards.
That's bullshit.
There you go.
Because Jack was good.
He was amazing. Everybody thought that performance was lights out.
And for those keeping track at home, yes, when that lady turned into the corpse naked and Jack was making out with her, yes, I did get a chubber.
I don't know if that's a rim shot.
Well,
Yay, Mike.
Who else got a chubber in that scene?
I don't know. Not too many people.
I was going for a new blanket. I'm like, yeah, get it, Jack. All right, so what's my record now?
Oh, God. 23-15.
All right.
Yeah.
See, what was last week's number?
It was up there. It was last week's number was 87.
All right. I'm wondering where Rosebud.
It was 87.
Okay, so yeah, this is way better than that.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering where Rosebud is going to fit into this because I've got that fucking nailed in.
All right.
But anyway.
Oh, Shelley Duvall. Thank you.
Thank you, Nate. That's what you can sit on my lap anytime, Nate. And look, he went murder backwards. Red rum. Red rum. Red rum.
That freaks me out. Like it did everybody.
And those were two ugly twins. How do you put your kids in that for that role with those two? They were ugly fucking bitches. It's like, oh, my kids are so ugly. Let's make money off them because they're so ugly.
Might as well.
He had his big wheel. He's just red rum. Red rum.
Stop. All right.
What a movie.
You got anything?
I just love winning like it's better than losing. Yeah, I have one.
All right.
Today's Thursday. Wednesday, left practice. I thought Liz was in Sheboygan. I thought she was going to be home late. I didn't have milk. So I pulled out of the parking lot and I'm like, left to Meijer, save $1 or $2, or right to 7-Eleven, pay more, but they have a better quality milk. Fuck it. I'm going to 7-Eleven. Go in there. Are you fucking kidding me? The milk section, and I can do this on video now. The milk section is like this big. 2 rows of 2% milk, quarts for $3.89. Fuck you. Now, not only did I not save time, Now I've got to cost myself time and go to Meijer and get a gallon of milk. Gallon of milk, skim milk, which is essentially colored water for like it was probably $1 less for the gallon than I would have paid at 7-Eleven. But it's like you're a fucking party store. Get rid of all those shitty fucking hot dogs on the grill that nobody fucking buys and at least carry gallon milk.
Right.
If they would have had a gallon, I may have even fucking bought whole milk.
Yeah.
So fuck you to 7-Eleven. Unless you want to sponsor us, then I'll resend that fuck you. But 9:05, hopefully the Red Sox are up 8-0. Anyway,
I can't think of anything.
you're good. So it was a good
I'm
week
good.
for you. Good
I'm
week
good.
for you.
Yeah.
All right. And we don't have the on this keyboard, which is so much more sophisticated than the other, we don't have the dum dum da dum. Oh no, that's a heartbeat.
Isn't it?
So this segment would be the lack of this.
Yes.
All right. So the lack of this. Number 3, Ray Lane, 95. Former Fox 2 broadcaster, and he worked as kind of like the sideline studio guy of the Red Wings and Pistons. I thought he sucked.
Ray Lane died?
Yeah, Ray Lane died at 95.
Okay.
95 years old. Number 2.
I don't know why I sounded so surprised. He was 95.
Right. But you're so used to listening to Ray Lane over the course of your 50 years of life.
Right.
Now that he's gone, you'll never hear those
Right.
baritones again. I don't even know if baritones is the right word. It sounds good. Let's go with it.
It sounded really good.
All right. Jane Goodall, 91.
What?
Famed.
Gorillas in the Mist.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Famed primatologist. Believed to be the first. God damn it. I got to get my glasses. I can't fucking see. All right. She is believed to be the first and only primatologist to make Next One to Die. The listeners are like, what the fuck is a primatologist? Because that's what I thought. So I had to look it up. A primatologist is the study of behavior, biology, evolution, and taxonomy of non-human primates.
Yes.
So she is clearly the only member of Next One to Die.
Yes.
But I want to be a primatologist.
Yeah.
So she would probably hate me for saying fuck those elephants.
Yes.
But she made Next One to Die, so maybe she'll forgive me a little bit.
Maybe.
But she was 91. And the third and final, and I'm going to put an asterisk by this, and I'll get to the asterisk in a second. Lawrence Moten, 53 years old. The Syracuse Orange all-time leading scorer with 2,334 points, 19.3 points per game. On March 3rd, 2018, they raised his number 21 to the rafters and retired his jersey. Lawrence played at the very end of my love of college basketball because, as I've said on this pod before, there was a time where I rated the sports NFL here, NCAA basketball here, MLB like here, and then all other sports down here. I was a college basketball junkie. Syracuse was my team. And Lawrence Moten was on the tail end of that. After when he went to the pros, he played like 2 years with Vancouver Grizzlies. That's about the time I stopped watching college basketball, as hardcore as I did.
Right.
And you're saying to yourself, why is there an asterisk, Mike?
Why is there an asterisk?
He was found dead in his home at 53. Foul play has been ruled out, but no cause has been determined. So there's a certain criteria of Next One to Die that disqualifies you from being a member of Next One to Die.
Yeah.
So the NOTD vetting process is going through to make sure he is a worthy recipient of this honor,
Yeah.
and we'll go from there.
Did you get that one?
When did that happen? And Jake, if Jake missed that one,
Unless I misread it.
I
Okay.
I know he's about 100.
I mean, I 100% respect in both Jake and Larry, doing their job for the
Yeah.
podcast, but I thought I don't have my phone with me, so I can't look it up right now.
So
But
you're saying Dick Van Dyke is dead?
I thought I saw that.
Oh well,
We'll have to look it up.
all right. That's the case. Jake will be suspended without pay for 2 days, which doesn't cost him anything anyway, because we really don't we really don't pay him anything.
No.
We don't pay him anything.
Yeah, that's true. Yes,
But
correct.
he'll be suspended without pay for 2 days
There you go.
if Dick Van Dyke is dead. And if you're falsifying rumors of Dick Van Dyke's,
Then I'm suspended without pay.
Because he's 100, right? I think Dick Van Dyke is 100.
He did that last video at oh, yeah, dying a day after your pod. So what
No, I don't want the score. Please don't give me the score. And Michael Madison.
No.
He wants Michael Madison on there because he missed the cutoff on the fucking pod.
The last time I gave Mike a score when he didn't want to, he chucked his phone from my garage.
That's because you laughed because I lost a bet. The Red Sox lost to the Rays 2-1, and I had the Rays minus a run and a half. So Red Sox win, I'm happy. Rays win by 2, I'm happy. And you went, ha ha, they won 2-1. Ha ha.
I didn't do that. When have I ever done ha?
Well, that's the way I perceived it. So,
all right.
He's not dead. He's 99. See, so,
shut up, really?
So, all right, Jake.
So, you know what? That was one of those clickbait little newsy things.
All right.
Because sometimes I do see those where it says, oh my God, somebody's dead. And they're not really dead. They just want you to click on it so they can steal all your personal information or something.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Let's do a quick either or.
All right.
Neither one are that great, but I found them interesting. Who knew Hangman could be so valuable? Or, not only will my bracket be busted, there will be no brackets to bust.
I'm more interested in the brackets not being busted, I guess.
Is that what we're
playing? Like there'll be no brackets to bust. I don't know what that means. So that's the one I want to play.
All right. So, according to Jake, rumor on the street, the NCAA is thinking of expanding the field of 67 or whatever the fuck the number is right now.
What?
To 76. And at that point, it's like, you know what? Why don't you just let everybody in and start the tournament from day one? If you lose the game, you're out. Your season's one game. And so, if it goes to 76, I've been running a pool. At one time, it was a huge pool. I had like upwards of 200 people in it. A large contingent were Grandpa Blackhawk's older brother, Bob, rest in peace. Bob, love you, buddy. His Mexican contingent, if you will, would bring in like 80 entries. The pool would be like 240 people. First place was like $1,500, maybe, give or take, whatever the math equals out to.
Right.
And then the last few years, it's dwindled a little bit. And, but first place is still $600. I mean, $600 for a couple minutes work.
Right.
But if they go to 76, I'm not even going to bother with this because you know how fucking big that bracket's going to be. I mean, I'll have to print paper and 20 by 20 sheets.
It's just a stupid money grab. It's like, oh, how can we make more money? Oh, put more teams in it. That's
right. And I'm with you. And not only that, it's also the society we live in is like, well, Team 68 probably maybe could have sort of had a chance and they kind of got screwed. So
No,
they had a good season. So let's everybody gets a medal here in 2025, folks.
Team 68 will never get to the Sweet 16.
You and I know that. Probably that Pedras Hanran bucking for a promotion.
But Team 68, those kids will feel good about themselves because they got to the tournament.
Yeah, and Team 76, when they got beat 103-16, I don't know what they'll feel. But hey, we made the dance. So yeah. If they go to 76, I will not run a pool because that's just dumb. It's just like whatever. Fuck everybody.
Yeah.
So that's my
Understood.
All right, what else you got, Dave? We're 15 minutes, so we always put 7:30 to 9, and we trend 15, 20 minutes over. Anything else?
I've got nothing else.
All right,
let's rate this.
Yep. All right. Well, if I rated the first beer a 4, I'm going to have to rate this a 4.09 because I liked it better than the first beer.
So, do I go over the top of you or? Well, back in the beginning when I
Nate, the Bears won't lose this week because we're on a bye. Fucking thumbs up. Woo!
So, I said it was really similar. The notes were different, but I thought the taste was somewhat similar. So I'll go 4.05.
Wow. After excuse me. 303 episodes, Dave. You can tell we've, like women menstruate together. We rate beers together. I think that's the only comparison we can make because
I don't think I like that analogy.
Number one, you fucking jumped me because the third rating at the North Studio, I go first, but we'll take your 405 first. But
No. You said 409 first.
I already said it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm fucking drunk. But anyway, we're still like women menstruating.
All right.
I went 4.09 because I loved it, and I liked it better than the first one. I rated it 4.00, so I had to go higher than that.
All right.
5.6 thousand. So similar to Riot in Vermont, not quite as many, but 5.6 thousand check-ins, 4.10. So everybody was right in line. This was one happy fucking rate fest on Untapped and Flight Football and anything else.
Yeah, agreed. Very fun.
Anything else from our listening audience? We love you guys. Thanks for sticking with us. Tell all your friends, and maybe one day we'll get to 5 live viewers. But as I look down the bottom of my glass, I can see I'm out of beer. And as the late, great Stuart Scott would say, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here.